Hey guys, One with an Organ here, today bringing you my first Suicune ranked set in Pokken Tournament. I actually set up an independent profile for Suicune so that I can progress in ranked independently and have a different rank for my different Pokemon. I'll be doing the same thing for Gardevoir in the near future. Anyway, without further delay, let's get right into the matches. Alright, on to the first match. A wild Garchomp appears. That's a lie, he has a trainer. Alright, so it's the beginning of the ranks. We're at E5, so we're probably going to be fighting a lot of other E ranks. No big deal. I pretty much went with the Emolga Fennekin set here. I haven't even unlocked any support sets other than the 3 that you start out with. So you probably won't see me use anything else until I actually unlock them. Though I do want to experiment a little bit with a few others. So here we're starting off, and I do the big bubble attack to see what he does. I miss a counter, but I punish his weird distant grab attempt with a forward Y. And here I'm just trying to see what he does, space him out a little bit, but I wanted to fight, so I went in. He goes for a counter, but I get the grab. Here I was just putting up a little bit of pressure to see what he does, and then when I saw that he kept shielding, I decided to go in with a charged homing attack. Here I'm trying to zone him again, just, I don't know, kind of see what he does, see if he gets careless. He wasn't trying to do dig or anything, so I felt like I could be a little reckless, I guess, with my projectiles, and it worked. If he had been doing dig, then I would have hopefully adapted and been a little more careful about what I was doing. Because Hydro Pump and Blizzard can get you punished. And there I finish him off with a nice looking Water Pillar to finish off the round. So I'm sticking with Fennekin here because he's Garchomp. You know, I'm gonna try to keep him away anyway, and if he gets in, I want to be able to get him off me, right? So no big deal there. So we start out. I noticed that he was a little eager last time, so I didn't bother with the bubble attack thing. And I get him with the side projectile combo there. The headbutt attack is really good for getting out of trouble. So here I messed up and got countered. No big deal. He gets a grab on me, so this round is going a lot more in his favor than last round. So that's alright. He goes for Eevee, which is actually pretty scary with Garchomp since he's already pretty strong and Eevee buffs attack, in case anybody didn't know. He gets a counter, and that quick headbutt to get me out of trouble, and then he goes burst, which I decide to do the same, just in case. Sometimes I do that when they go into burst. Oh, big damage. But yeah, sometimes I go into burst when they do, only because I want to be able to use my Y attacks without them super armoring them. So this burst attack does not kill, because I don't think it was a crit. But not a problem. I'm Suicune and I'm far off, so I have the advantage. If I had gone for Aurora Beam, I would have finished it there. No problem, I'm just throwing out projectiles, trying to be a little careful. And then this finishes it, since he had like no HP and Fennekin to Aurora Beam works. And that finishes off game 1. Alright, we have opponent 2, who is a Mewtwo with a 40 match 100% win rate. So at this point I knew that I was either going to get wrecked, brutally murdered, or that I would be fighting a rage quitter who would quit. So let's see what happens. So I go Fennekin. I was pretty scared. I'm like, oh man, Mewtwo's hard to fight as it is. So I start out with the bubble, see what he does. I see that he's shielding a lot. I get a little greedy and get hit by his energy ball thing, and then he connects the full homing attack, so it's not looking great for me here. But I get him off me briefly and manage to catch him while he tries to start off a combo. So now the match is even. Threw an Icy Wind just for the pressure and then countered his diving attack. I didn't think I was going to be able to on time actually. And here, made a little distance. He catches me with a Mewtwo combo. Not too bad, but could have been worse. I barely avoided his grab. And then he is almost dead here after taking the Hydro Pump. And I was able to get him with that again. So here I'm like, okay, this guy's beatable, so he might rage quit, right? Alright, round 2. So he flies up and I hit him with my forward Y. He hits me with this energy ball again. So I go Super Saiyan, cause why not, right? So I jump forward after doing the pillar, and I thought he might block because I'm in burst, so got the free grab. Too bad Suicune's grab doesn't do a lot of damage, but it probably shouldn't with how strong he is everywhere else. So he gets me off him with Umbreon, and as he's landing, I get him with the burst. No crit though, so not gonna do a ton of damage, but hey, free damage, right? So the round is almost over. I throw an Icy Wind just for a little bit of pressure, get some projectiles, do a second forward Y because I thought he might jump or something. Then he goes Super Saiyan, and I'm a little scared at this point. He dashes in quickly, gets the grab. Pretty smart of him because he pressured me with his projectile. See there, I thought he was going to grab again, but he went for a homing attack, which was good of him. Get him with Fennekin, no follow-up because he blocked. And Suicune was off the ground because of that attack where he like jumps a little bit. And I was hoping while his animation was going off that it would help me avoid the burst, and it did, so I was happy about that. So then I finished him off with a diving attack. And I was actually shocked, but apparently he legit got his 40% or 40 match 100% win rate. I didn't expect that because, you know, it's a perfect win rate, but yay. Alright, on to the next match. Alright, for our third opponent, we have a Bryson. By the way, note that on my new profile, my name on there is Icy Wind Party. Decided to have a Suicune specific name, cause yay. Suicune's pretty cool, right? So we have a Bryson who doesn't have a lot of matches, but has a 50% win rate, so this could go either way. So I actually start out a little bit differently. I don't shoot anything out because I want to test the water, see if they shoot me with projectiles, and I was prepared to Mirror Coat. But then I saw the opportunity because they weren't doing projectiles and just went ahead and got the homing attack. So a dive punishes their weird distant grab attempt, and I get some big damage out of it. So they're grabbing a lot. At this point I was like, okay, this player's pretty new. I was actually not to sound mean, but I was actually a little surprised that they had won 50% of the few matches they had done. But, okay, I did sound mean. So here I'm just kind of throwing some projectiles, seeing how they react. Did a counter attack, dash cancel backwards, and finish it off with an attack soon after that. So, not too bad for round one. As a random note, I'm probably going to do my next ranked video while streaming, later in my stream, so if anybody wants to come in and hang out, and I do a lot of viewer matches as well. So I get a homing attack in there, and she's kind of attacking, so I got her with my little drill attack. And I don't know why I was shooting the laser up, but there I was trying to counter-attack dash cancel, and yeah, bad idea when somebody might throw a burst out. But that's alright, Bryson's burst is actually one of the weaker ones in the game. Yeah, that did very little damage. I think it's pretty good when it crits though. And I don't know if Sunny Day will actually buff it. So I'm seeing a lot of counters here. And there I tried to get in with the grab, but the counter came out so fast. I was a little annoyed, because I was like, that's the way to beat it, but although I guess if she was gonna stand there and counter non-stop, I should have probably just kept my distance and zoned non-stop. But there I was an idiot. That's actually something I do a lot. I'll burst right in their faces with Suicune, even though from my experience it's the easiest burst attack to grab someone out of. Like, it doesn't even require good timing like it does with a lot of other characters. So I'm dumb, but there I finished it off with Icy Wind, which is probably my favorite move of Suicune's. I don't know why, it's not even that good unless it's fully charged. Alright, so rank up match coming up soon, so we're gonna go ahead and do another match. Normally I stop after the third match, but after the third opponent, but I figured I have time. I didn't go to round 3 with anybody, so why not, right? So we have a Chandelure, a character I'm not too fond of fighting against. mainly because of the lasers. Oh my god, I can't stand the lasers. And you can't mirror coat them freely because if they're charged, they have counter pierce properties. Yay. Alright, so starting off, I do a little bubble, see what they're doing, and whatever that weird counter move that debuffs. I don't know why they kept doing it. But I get in and do a counter. That one. I forget the name of it. But, so he's throwing stuff out, so I got a free blizzard there. And another free blizzard. Normally I try not to throw it out too much, but he was kind of letting me. And this Chandelier I assumed was probably pretty new, just because he wasn't really using his lasers. Like, I don't even know if he used them at all, and it's one of Chandelier's best tools, especially when you're far away. Alright, so getting ready for round 2 while he selects his support Pokemon, taking like 20 years. So here I open up with a Hydro Pump, which I don't do that much, but I thought, hey, maybe he'll throw something out. And here I'm noticing that he's shielding a lot, and I should have probably not kept doing random stuff and throwing them out, but I like to do it for pressure when they're really just shielding a whole lot. So I don't know why he did Fennekin there. That Aurora Beam, I was trying to do Hydro Pump because you can time it so that it hits them, so that it basically punishes Fennekin. It's really good, especially because of how strong Hydro Pump is. I don't know why he did Overheat there. I'm assuming he was just really new and was just kind of throwing buttons at that point, which is okay. I mean, I don't remember people being quite this easy when I first started ranked this game guard, but I don't know. So he's just throwing that attack out. I guess his reasoning was in case I get close or something, like in case I try to approach. But I get the counter on his little combo attack, and I didn't expect him to let me hit him there. I thought he was going to counter, but I went for it anyway. And got the big bubble attack, I don't even know what it's actually called, and finished him off with the waterfall thing, which is actually rising. So, 1 against opponent 4, and rank up matches next. I wasn't gonna do a 5th match of all things, but rank up chance, so why not? Alright, let's head to the next match. Alright, here we have the last match of the set. And the same Chandelier ended up being our opponent again, so I was kind of meh about it, but hey, it's okay, right? We'll take any opponent. Anyway, I kind of knew that I was probably going to win this because he was doing very random things, not using his lasers or his anti-airs, or really a lot of Chandelier's tools, so. But, you know, I wanted the rank up, so went ahead and did the match. And I don't know, you never know how people are going to adapt or whatever. There have been times where I won against somebody and they brought it back when I didn't expect it, and vice versa. I've gotten destroyed by somebody and literally perfected them the round after. It's crazy how small adaptations can make such a big difference. And then of course you have people who are so much better than you that adapting just leads to them adapting to your adaptation, and then you get wrecked anyway. So I haven't really been focusing on the match, but a lot of it is pretty clear. I punished his bad counter spacing with the drill attack. Got a little counter there. Dive kick clash to his counter. He was countering a lot. I don't know why, but punished it with a little water gun. Took the round. So there I went with a Mulga because I haven't unlocked the other cheer skills yet. So I only have the basic one that you start out with, which means I'm gonna have to do one player, which is terrible. I hate one player. But here I'm just throwing out some projectiles, see if I can get him to either mess up or just start some game plan. Normally I wouldn't do that against the Chandelier because of lasers. And that Hydro Pump was very risky since he's some burst. But I did throw out a Mulga for a little bit of extra pressure, and that burst attack won't reach. It's not Guard Wars. So there I'm just kind of throwing stuff out again. I felt a lot safer since he didn't use lasers and since he wasted his burst attack. That's the Hydro Pump punish I was talking about earlier. Oh, there we go, perfect. Yay! Alright, this was the rank up match, so we are now gonna be rank E4 with Suicune. I may not show every ranked set for Suicune. I may skip some and so on, and maybe just make videos out of it when I am a few ranks higher or something. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like or subscribe, leave me a comment. If you didn't like it, tell me what I can do to make it better. I will leave my Twitch link on the description. Feel free to pop in and have some matches. I typically do a lot of viewer matches, and we have a lot of fun. We end up just playing a bunch of matches. We have some really good people in there as well, much better than me. But anyway, I am done for now. One with an organ out.